And it's always my suggestion that they go back to the food of their ancestors. What was your grandma feeding your mom? Like, what were those foods? What was important to you? Because there's probably one, the biodiversity, like your ancestors and what they ate is probably the best, most close
Yeah.
thing to what you should be eating without getting like what your DNA has kind of been used to having. So some diets where they might say, oh, like I read something about not having corn. I'm like, if that were the case, there was no one in Central America or Mexico that would be alive if they weren't supposed to have corn. Like that is a staple of their diets, what their ancestors have had for thousands of years. I think so much of what's out there has a very Eurocentric ideal, and it kind of makes foods bad and good. And we all process foods differently. For example, I know that I am lactose intolerant. A lot of people who are Black American are. And so if there was a diet that was like heavily with milks and creams, all the time, it probably wouldn't work well for us long term. And so I love that idea of you're saying that I kind of just like thought about like what my mom fed me and did that with Pablo. And I think more people should take on this idea of figuring out like, what did you eat as a kid that was like brings those warm feelings that felt really good, that are part of like your family culture around food.
And when you cook it, it'll come through the energy, right? The energy of that warmth, of that love, that it comes through.